I'm Sabrina Samuels, your lifestyle, etiquette, and relationship coach. You know, life is really beautiful when we make it that way. So let's get started. Welcome to my show. I'm Sabrina Samuels, and I thank you for tuning in. Guess who I have here on this edition? None other than Fran Christian. She is not only an etiquette coach, but she is a Southern Belle, and she is considered an etiquette guru in these parts. I'm excited because she has her new book here. Look at that, Magnolias and Lightning Bugs. And ladies and gents, when I tell you this is an exciting book, it's absolutely wonderful. I can't say enough about it. It's beautiful. Welcome, Ms. Fran.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, yes. Let me tell you something. When I got your book, I said, this woman is fantastic. And then, ladies and gents, I went to one of her social tea parties. Absolutely stunning. Not only was it outstanding, but she made most of the pastries. Is that
I
correct?
made a lot of them.
Yes. So she's going to impart some incredible information so you will really understand where etiquette came from and why we use etiquette today. Fran, we're really excited to talk about etiquette because most people don't understand etiquette. They don't know where it comes from. And the only thing they think about when they say, a person says etiquette, is table manners. There's so much more to it. Talk to us, please.
That is so true.
Yes.
Really, etiquette is based on a philosophy, and it dates back to 2400 BC in Egypt.
Wow, really?
Right, and it was a way for people to get along in a harmonious way in the culture. So it started out that way. But then, through the centuries, of course, things change.
Yeah.
And then the first that you ever hear the word etiquette was in the French court with Louis XIV.
Exactly, absolutely. Let's talk about your book, Magnolias and Lightning Bugs. I love that title. How did you come up with that title?
Well, I was just trying to think of something that would get somebody's attention to make them want to look inside the book.
Yes, yes. Well, it's so Southern. It's so Southern Belle. I can see myself sitting on my porch having a nice Southern cocktail or beverage. And the lightning bugs are going by as it turns dusk dark. This book creates the atmosphere. It's so magnificent. Ladies and gents, you've just got to get this book. You've got to get the book. That's number one. Talk to them about what's in your book.
Well, it's sort of a potpourri of many things.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of focus on some etiquette rules, basic. And then I also have information on how to host dinner parties.
Yes.
And how to host a tea, and also including children. It's really important that they are growing up in the environment of entertaining at home. It makes them more comfortable.
Mm-hmm. So true, so true. Now, this book here has ideas in terms of recipes you can use. I saw a few recipes in here.
Right.
And also how you lay out different dinner parties. You had a wonderful tea that I attended, and we're going to show a few clips as you're talking. Why did you want to do that? Especially because of nowadays, people are not into the social graces. It was so delightful, and everybody had the best time, and everybody was saying, why can't we do more of this? And I said to myself, yeah, because you don't ask for it. Yeah, let's talk about that. It was just wonderful.
Well, what I've learned over the years is people really love to be treated like royalty, and there's no reason not to treat them that way. And it's all the little details. You know, anytime I do any entertaining, I always have party favors, even if it's just a simple dinner party. People like to feel special, but people want to feel like they're a part of this, and that engages them. Also, it's a conversation, you know, it breaks the ice for people when they don't know each other. And this tea that we had recently was to welcome new neighbors. And it turned out very well because there's always something for somebody to talk about when you have a lot of detail. We did some giveaways and things like that.
Yes.
And I mean, it's just girly stuff really for afternoon tea.
It was really super high class. I understand that you give dinner parties. Do you still do that now, or consultations, or?
Well, at the moment, I'm not really doing much in the terms of dinner parties. But in the book, I do talk about what inspired me to start doing these dinner parties. And it was basically on a trip to France. And we went with some friends, and it was their 25th wedding anniversary.
Yes.
And we had researched this fabulous restaurant, a top chef in France. And we said, oh, we would love to eat dinner. And we were going to get reservations when we got there. Well, the chateau where we stayed, the lady was, it was Anne Willen, a well-known chef in her own right, English. And she says, oh, well, no, you won't be able to get reservations with this short notice. And I said, oh, no. She said, but I know the chef. So she called the chef. Yeah, she told the chef that we were there. There was a party of 8, and it was an anniversary. And he says, no problem. Send them over on such and such a date. I will make a special dinner. I have never seen such a dinner before or since. But it inspired me because I realized you don't have to be a chef from France to have a fabulous dinner party.
Yes.
It's all, and it's in here. It's how you plan it.
Yes.
It can take days to plan it. But what you want to do is have set aside each time of the day for a certain thing that you need to do.
Yes.
And then go by the timeline the day of the event. That's really important. And I have a little story in there too. There's some little essays that I've written about don't use a brand new recipe when you have never used it before for a dinner party.
Yes, so true.
And it's kind of funny the way it ended up. I mean, I thought we were going to have a fire in the kitchen, but fortunately we didn't.
Oh my goodness.
But it's little things like that, and some of the stories are pretty funny about.
Well, you know what? It's time to close our show. I wish we could continue. What can you say to us? You've said so many wonderful things in closing.
I want everybody to be inspired by this book, to want to entertain and interact with our friends and family in a gracious manner. And the last thing I want to close with is about thank yous. You know, people will bring, you know, hostess gifts and things like that. But I think the most important gift that we can give another person is actually our time. And the way to give your time is to take 10 minutes and physically write a thank you note and mail it. And I had a little statement in there I made. I said, thank you note written within 6 days is like a magnolia bloom. The sweetness and it's just so beautiful. But 6 months later, you get the big red pod with the red seeds, but it doesn't touch the heart in the same way. So write your thank you notes shortly after what it is you are thanking the person for. And I think that's one of the most important things, I think, in today's culture is teaching young people. It's not, can you text and say thank you? It's not, can you call them on the phone? Are you willing to give a part of yourself and thoughtfulness and write it so they have something to look at years down the road if they decide to keep the thank you notes? I have many thank you notes from over all the years of all the dinner parties that I've done and things like that, and I do still take them out and look at them.
That is unbelievable. Now, I have to be honest. I kind of lost that technique. And I hate that I lost it because texting, emails, you know, it's just so easy. But what I do is I will pick up thank you cards and I will write, you know, maybe a quick two or three words, and I will mail it off. So I do that, but I used to handwrite, like you said. I had embossed greeting cards or thank you cards with my name on it, and I would sit there, and it was so nice. But now I don't do it. I feel bad.
Well, I have a little chapter in the book about thank you notes, and what I recommend is you can design them yourself and print them on your computer, or you can do the embossed ones with your initials, but keep them in a little box with a pen and some stamps, and make a special point to always have that on hand, and then it's very easy to do. And once you get in the habit, it comes easier.
That's pretty darn good. And put your labels already on there, so everything is ready to go.
Exactly.
Okay, hit that thumbs up button. That's a good tip. So many good tips today. It has been a pleasure. Ladies and gents, make sure you order her book. It's just a wealth of information in here. You will not be sorry. Years and years of good information that you can use today. We're going to put that information up at the end of the show. Yeah. So just pause your device and write that information down, and she's going to deliver it via the mail to you. Okay? I want to thank you so much for coming.
Sabrina, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, I think you're just a wonderful person. We met a few years ago when we moved to this beautiful neighborhood, and I never met another etiquette guru. And I went to an event, and I saw her, and she saw me, and we just hit it off right away. And I tell you, she is amazing. Her home is exquisite. Interior decorating, etc. So she's just a lovely person, and I appreciate you coming today.
Oh, thank you again.
All right. Don't forget, go to my website. You're a winner, believe it, know it to be true. With hard work and perseverance, we will continue at the top. Until next time, God bless you, His divine order at all times. Bye now.